Hello, and welcome to this intention, a Monday intention. So we're going to find a place to sit or lie down for about 30 minutes with our eyes closed where we're not going to be disturbed. That would be great. We're going to create some reality together. So go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with some slow, deep breaths. Take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I just want you to let everything go. All your cares and worries just dissolve, float away. And for the next breath, we want to fill up full. So start with the lower belly, and then your upper abdomen, and then the lower rib cage expands towards the back, really taking a big breath. And this time when you exhale, I'd like you to feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, we're going to help a little with our visualization. I'd like you to breathe light directly into your heart and then exhale it directly from your heart. Good. Now we're going to put some focus on the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. We're going to start by bringing our awareness down to our feet. I'm going to simply ask them to relax at this time. Our bodies are the most loyal and wonderful servants we could ask for. Ready to do our bidding anytime, but sometimes we just need to ask. So feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. Then we move to the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees. Everything relaxes. And every body part we touch on or area, I want you to just feel revert back to its original perfect blueprint that you began with. All the inflammation, all the pain gone, everything functioning perfectly. Then into the upper legs, the hips, the buttocks, pelvic area. Feel everything loosen. And into the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Your shoulders are down in the most comfortable position, your arms, forearms, hands, and fingers hanging loosely. Neck is supple, bearing no weight. And then we bring our attention up to the skin of our scalp. This is a place that tension can hide. So I want you to release anything you find there right now, almost as if your ears could wiggle. Then we move into the jaw and allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. And then we feel all of our facial muscles melting into a pool of perfect relaxation. Move up to our eyelids and see if we can't get them to soften a few extra degrees. And moving inwards, we ask our right brain to relax, and we ask our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're going to Invite them to have a virtual seat on the couch right now. Just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Take a break. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts, and they're moving so fast. Let's enlist the help of the elements to help us out. Let's envision first the element of fire, and you can see the sun as the element of fire if you like. And fire is a wonderful element for helping us in this task as it burns up anything that is no longer necessary, purifying it so that we can be reborn from the ashes. And we'll call upon the water element, also excellent element to help us as water naturally retains memory. So great for dealing with our thoughts. You can envision yourself standing in the middle of a gentle river. You're feeling the pull of the current flow past you, pulling out anything that no longer serves you, any negativity, any old negative patterns, any traumas, and carrying it with it downstream. You're watching or observing as they float away. And then we enlist the help of the element of air, so the breeze or wind is blowing past your skin. Its specialty is pulling out into it all of our stories, our egos, leaving behind only the shining truth. And then finally, we call upon the earth element, its magnetic properties to pull away anything else that we need to unburden ourselves from, anything heavy. And make it stick to the earth, where the earth will transform the energy into something higher frequency, maybe a seed being reborn into new life. Now, sometimes our thoughts are pretty tricky because they kind of kidnap us and take us away on these wild rides, on these tangents. And that's normal. That happens to everyone. What you can do as soon as you realize that you've been taken away on a wild ride somewhere is just gently bring yourself back to the present moment and what you're doing, back to your breath. And sometimes it's just the practice of continually bringing yourself back, being aware. Eventually, we won't get taken away so often. We'll be able to stay in the present moment, in this power, in this peace. Now let's move from the head space down to our chest cavity where the heart resides. And let's use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally, so feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railings. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as you touch down on each step. And feel the buoyancy, the lightness of being as you're gliding down the staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it. Maybe a wall has been built. This is normal and natural too. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. What I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating, the gates creaking open, Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open a bit. Brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of what you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. So we're just going to have a shift in perception right now, away from our physical bodies. Experience our energy bodies or our light bodies. I want you to look down at your hands inside your heart and see that all of your cells have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? And then you look up and you see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. Doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up and merge with this flow now. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't need to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. One of the things that you might experience when you first join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We're all one being, one light, one consciousness, all the same pie, slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healings, of miracles, and a wondrous capacity to create. That's what we're going to take advantage of right here. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So I'd like you to go ahead right now and envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having, in all its glorious details. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body is balanced, your mental body is full of clarity, and your energetic body is filled and complete. And we trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. And anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available. I'd like you to experience this vitality. I'm feeling really light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level. Everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very invigorating. And now I'd like you to just, that you're feeling this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your family and friends. Witness their expressions of relief and wonderment as well. And then include your community, and then stretch it out to the entire planet. What a beautiful gift to give and receive. Total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We are all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending the energy out. And then now let's talk about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while. But most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each also have an innate need, desire to contribute. So when we're following our path, we're being fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now too. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or we can go to a memory where we were doing something we were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that we completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of your day, being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning, excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now we just did this for the whole world. So what does that look like now? And while we're doing this, I just want you to envision everything has already happened. It is done. It has happened. So say we all. So I'm seeing all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we're living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in the most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And we're doing this together. We are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But today, let's just celebrate this incredible existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. I'm seeing us all at a big outdoor music festival, rejoicing, celebrating. Feeling all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. I'm walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on strangers' faces as I pass by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something wondrous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, then the lower, heavier energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all falls away, and we naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody is on the same page. What a relief. What joy. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed in place to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all of the worry, tension, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders into the atmosphere to be transformed into something that's more in alignment with the higher resonance frequencies that we are. And all of a sudden, trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion. I'm sensing all the connections clearing, cleansing, opening up, communication flowing. So incredible. The atmosphere is so smooth. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. Now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their shining faces, seeing their children and grandchildren thrive, or you're out for a walk in the forest with your dog, enjoying the serenity, or you're having a laugh with your buddies, or you're creating something in the kitchen or at work, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to just stop in your shoes right now and look at all the beauty surrounding you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty, and just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports us at all times, and receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality you've just created. Now I'd like to just connect with a bit of gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this incredible life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with light and love, healing, energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we're going to take your entire reality that you've just created and build it up as a big energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the Dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life. And then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in, we're going to build up that energy. And when we exhale, we're going to release and share it with the world. Here we go. Build up that energy and give it away. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing and energy. Good job. I can feel those concentric rings of energy just circling the planet, causing all the other like energies to light up in response. Blanketing in the world in peace, love, prosperity. Beautiful. So now I'd like you to wiggle your fingers and your toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. Maybe shift your limbs around a little bit too. Make sure you really come back in. When you feel you're ready to come back into the room or your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up on a moment's demand all the time. Eventually, we won't have to put any effort into it anymore. We'll just become walking, natural, walking, talking transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are. Creating the reality of our choosing all around us, because we are that powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way, exponentially by magnitude. So thank you for joining me in these intentions, whether it's live or recorded, all works, it's all good. Play with this, try this single conscious breath of intention as often as you can during your days. You're brushing your teeth, you're standing in line, you're cooking supper just before bed. And I want you to just notice over the next couple of weeks, what kind of shifts are happening in your life? What differences are you noticing? And let me know. You can put it in the comments. If you have any questions, we'd all love to hear. It's all about sharing too, right? We're here for one another. So if you have any stories you'd like to share, that would be most appreciated for anybody else who's part of this group. So have a great evening, and we'll see you again for